You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win every way. You showed me how to spread my wings.
Super worried because
What happened to the mayor? Oh, there he is.
Surprise!
I went blank and I did not close my eyes. So, good morning. Welcome to Brewtiful Mornings. It's June the 3rd, 2022. Thank you, everybody, for joining us again this Friday as we try to come to you. Doug, Meg, know you try to get us online every Friday morning to let you know what's going on. We've got a lot of things going on, and we're going to spend most of the morning talking to you about that. First of all, as you can see, I'm flying solo this morning, and I know this makes Doug and Meg know you're nervous, but I'm going to do the best I can. Jackson is on a summer schedule now with school being out, or preschool, but maybe he can join me pretty soon. But thank you again for joining us. As I said, we've got a lot of things to talk about. Just things that I want to just skip over to begin with. First of all, Doug and I had the privilege of attending a bench dedication yesterday on Purple Martin, and we want to thank St. Francis and St. Gabriel's Episcopal Church as they donated a bench on the Purple Martin over near a bridge. So it's a great opportunity to come and be a part of the Purple Martin. You will see that. So we thank those two churches getting together for us and putting that on the Purple Martin. Also, I want to tell you that we had a council meeting this past week, and we're going to have another one next week. But we went over a lot of information, and I'm sure Doug will be talking about that a little bit later. But I want to thank Charlotte for coming aboard and be a part of our planning board. We always look for people to join our different boards. If you have an interest in what's going on in town, let us know. We'll try to find a place for you. I'm sure we can find one for you. So just let us know what you're interested in, and we'll get you working as soon as possible. A lot of activity going on this week. A lot of things going on this weekend, and I'm sure the guys will bring it to you. Doug, I just want to let you know what a difference a week makes. Last week at this time of morning, we were sitting in the airport expecting to get on a plane in just a few minutes. We ended up spending most of the day in that same airport. But as you can tell, for us, fortunate enough, we were able to get out of there Friday afternoon and get home. So it was, I know you're going to talk a little bit about that, but it was the most successful week. And I thank you and the staff for making it possible. I thoroughly enjoyed it, the people we got to meet. And I think we came back more enriched and mostly enthusiastic about the future of their town. So thank you. Guys, Magnolia, Doug, thank you for getting us on the line, and especially our guests being with us this morning. I'll let them introduce his qualifications to be here. So he's got several. I'm not sure which ones they will choose to tell you about, but I'll let them take care of that. But it's good to see everybody, and have a great weekend.
Hey, Mayor, before you hop off,
Yes,
you are going to be down at Kiwanis Park tomorrow, and we'll hit more details about the event. But you've got a pretty special job tomorrow afternoon at Kiwanis Park, right?
Sure is. There's joint forces between the Kiwanis Club here in Rutherford and Forest City, and people out of this office being in Kiwanis Park. The police are going to be there. There's going to be a barbecue truck there, and as my understanding, just found out snowballs, all that activity. But the police have invited me to come, And they're going to have a drawing tomorrow for the kayak, all the people that contribute to that fun event. And I get to draw that, and we'll be announcing the winner of that kayak tomorrow. So I thank the police department in their continued effort and support of this community and the work that they do. So I'm looking forward to that. And it'd be great to be down in the park because our town's been doing some work down there this week, and the park looks great. So come and join us. Come by tomorrow, and like I said, we're going to have that drawing.
Yeah, and so I know this was something that's kind of near and dear to your heart, so I'm going to pick on you a minute, Mayor, because we didn't mention it. I know that the police department is going to be there for the Shop with a Cop program. And like you said, it's a joint fundraiser between the Rutherford Police Department and their raffle drawings for a kayak and some summer camping gear go along with the kayak. So that they've got tickets still available for that. It's $10 a ticket, and the drawing is going to be tomorrow. And so the RPD will be there with the prizes and raising money for their Shop with a Cop. But concurrently, the Kiwanis Club is going to be there, and they are raising money to support law enforcement in a little bit different way. And so I know this is something you've done before, Mayor, but this is on a little bit bigger scale now. Can you tell everybody what the Kiwanis Club is going to be raising money for through the food sales and through donations at the park in partnership with the police department?
The funds that they raise that day are going to be directed to buying teddy bears so we can give to the police departments, and they can carry with them. A lot of times when they're involved in activity going on in the county or our town that they're involved in, sometimes there's children involved, and as a assistance to those children, they carry those teddy bears with them in the back of their car, and it kind of helps soothe the tension at the time. So it's a very worthwhile project. There's special teddy bears that Kiwanis is going to be purchasing to give to each one of them, each one of our policemen, and some other police in the area. So it'll be a great project. Come by and be a part, make a donation toward the purchase of teddy bears, and be a part of purchasing a ticket for the kayak. I'm sure they will have tickets there to sell that day also, so everyone can come and enjoy the park and support the police, and also to make a donation toward purchasing teddy bears.
RJ's got all sorts of energy going on this morning.
There's so many good mornings that are coming on. I'm just like, I want to.
I know, it's great. Loving it. I'm loving all the good mornings this morning, man.
I thought they were all waving at me. I started waving back.
They are. They totally are.
They are.
Awesome. Well, thank you
But it's
so
good
much.
to have everybody with us this morning.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I'm waiting for someone else to speak.
Oh, RJ's going to take over everything right now. We're just turning it over to RJ.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, why would we not? Today is the day, right, RJ? Today is the day.
Today is the day.
Now, there's a lot of stuff going on today, but I mean, can anything in Rutherford County today top the news that you're getting ready to drop?
You know what? I don't want to say that because good morning, Timothy. I can't say that because
you can.
This community is so great.
Well,
but yeah, how do we reach the community though?
We reach it through reaching
Roco.
But before we get
there.
into the whole details about reaching Roco, we do have a special video to kind of premiere right here on Brewtiful Mornings. But first,
are you saying that the 26 people that are watching live with us are going to get to see this for the first time ever?
For the first time. Exclusive.
Okay, so exclusive rights, everybody. Get ready. Drum roll. Share this with your friends.
Share it on your page.
Before we do that, Mayor, you have to leave. I feel like we're holding you captive, and I'm very sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm, as you can tell, I'm at your mercy. So you just press a button when you feel like it, and when I disappear, I know I disappear.
Well, whenever you want to leave, like I will take you off, but I don't want to take you off before you're ready to go.
Let me watch the video.
Okay, perfect. All right. So
Hope,
here,
Hope, Jill, just saying shout out to you guys. Lori, shout out to you. Kevin, you're the guy. Oh, he's talking about you, Magnolia. Okay.
Michael
okay.
Sprouse with the
definitely
go Michael.
Oh, here it is.
Oh yeah, there we go. Get it.
Did you just do the wolf pack?
Cue the beat.
Okay. Oh. All right. Let's rewind it. Wow. Okay, here we go.
Reaching Roko is the start of something new. The start of something fresh. Brave space. A bridge. A collaborative effort to bring our home together. Movement. Community. Home. It's for the upcoming generation.
Go Poppy.
Youth, young adults, and those that guide them.
That was just
Get
so
out
good.
here.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Bye, Mayor.
Bye. Great video.
Oh my gosh, RJ.
Listen, did you kick him off? Okay, he's gone.
Just in time for graduation weekend too. How
It is.
cool.
Okay,
It is.
but look at all of this amazing comments that are coming in about how amazing the video, but everything that you're creating. Like, it is phenomenal.
Listen, I cannot take any of the credit. I mean, maybe a grain of salt, maybe that's it, but none of the credit. It really is a community effort with this. And if anyone's watching and wants to join in, by all means, like, there's a place for you. But it's I think what we've done differently is, like, we literally collaborated with all students in the county. I mean, we have graduates from Isothermal, from our Central, Chase, East, Thomas Jefferson, and also the homeschool. So we just really made an effort to highlight and showcase all the excellence in the graduates this class of 2022. So that's what you're going to be getting, much more. Jerry, thank you, homie. Thank you. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So you shared the Reaching Roko with me last night. I was able to get kind of a sneak peek before today's Brewtiful Mornings. And y'all, I'm telling you, if you have not reached out to Roko's website, signed up for their newsletter, signed up to get articles or to get the kind of the quarterly publications, you are missing out. What an amazing way, not just the photographs and kind of the highlights of what's actually going on in our county, and showcasing the youth as collaborators and authors in the magazine. But what I loved about it from my standpoint was just the connections that you've highlighted, everything for people to do for the next 3 months. I mean, just the calendar that's in there when, you're sitting on the couch at home going, there's nothing to do here. I mean, there was like 6 pages of stuff to do here. And it was just amazing what you've been able to compile in one concise source for young adults, youth, and those that guide them. And I got it out of order today, but I'll get there. I mean, I'm only halfway through this cup of small town coffee here. But yeah, I was blown away by what you've been able to create, RJ. And I know it's beyond the pages of that publication of what, is happening with Reaching Roko. So keep up the great work. I'm floored.
I appreciate you. Doug, I wanted to include, I mean, obviously we're drinking we're at Small Town Coffee Roast right now, and they have some awesome awesome stuff. Coffee here. We have a lot of good coffee shops. Blue Ridge Hope Village is another one I wanted to highlight. But with COVID, we collectively went through something, and I think everyone. Good morning, Tasha. And we all went through something, and everyone was kind of like sheltering in place and social distancing and being safe, and taking care of their families and loved ones. But what that did to us in the community, it's like we stopped communicating, and we kind of like forgot what are the amazing things that we do have in our community. So in the issue, we wanted to highlight some events that were going on, some communities that people can join into, and getting our youth and young adults and those that guide them back involved and taking responsibility for what we have here in Rocco.
So maybe there's some people on here that aren't really aware about what Reaching Rocco is. So do you kind of want to walk or take us through like really the mission and the fruit that has come from that?
Yes. You know what? I have to tell a little bit of my story to kind of like get into the meat and the potatoes. I grew up here in Rutherford County, and I must be transparent. I did grow up seeing a lot of the barriers in this community, either if that's, lack of housing, sometimes lack of access for some groups of people. And I went out, I graduated, I went off to college, but then I came back realizing that there are a lot of youth, young adults here that just need help and don't maybe not have the opportunities or need something to do. And so creating Reaching Rocco, it's a creative outlet. It's for photographers and content creators to highlight the great things that are in Rocco. So in brief, that's what that is, honestly.
And I have to say, like, I also grew up in a really small town that not here, but it was this idea of you have to move away to a big city to be successful. But I think Reaching Rocco does a good job, like battling that stereotype and saying that you can still like stay in your hometown and be successful. Mm-hmm. Like you can do such amazing things that not only help the community, but you get to define your own success.
That's it.
I think one of the coolest things too that I've seen, and I know this isn't, totally 100% Reaching Rocco, so I'm gonna pull some of that glory away from Reaching Rocco for just 1 second. But I was thinking this morning about just how cool it is. Our high school, RS Central High School, is hosting a job fair on, I believe it's the 15th,
June 15th.
June the 15th. Yes. It's gonna be at the high school. I want to say that now there's almost 100 employers that are a part of this.
Yes.
But they've produced a flyer that is highlighting at least, some of the ones that are kind of prominent in the community. And to me, I was just blown away with the amount of opportunity that's here. For every one person looking for a job, there's 2 job openings. And so the choices to better yourself right here in Rutherford County, I think, are amazing. The resource of Isothermal Community College and what Isothermal Community College can do for this community and do for people to better themselves here and to continue to grow. I was thinking back, a long time ago when I was in high school, we never really had employers coming inside the school building to showcase opportunities.
That's it.
And I think one of the great things for me as a community leader and as an employer is to see in the post-COVID environment, I hope that this stays this way, that we continue to showcase to our youth from an employer standpoint what opportunity is here. Pre-COVID, we always said, oh, there's so many jobs here. I'm speaking from an employer standpoint, that we have jobs, we have opportunity, but we never showcased it. And so now having RS Central be the sponsor and the hub for that, not just for our youth, but for the entire community. I'm just blown away by the amount of outpouring of support from our employers to work in the schools. And I hope we can continue to foster that relationship.
Yeah. I do want to add, for those that stick around, we're going to drop that link to the $1,000 giveaway contest in there. So that's another good thing, a reason to stick around to the end. And that's also a way to help our community. So if you can be a part of that, that would be awesome to help us collaborate with more towns and communities and get people connected. So stick around if you can. But you know what, Doug, I do want to highlight one of my writers, Isaac Robertson. He talks about in his article about a shift in mindset of what success is. If anyone is watching, you do not have to go off to a foreign university to be successful. There's more than enough of jobs that are paying good money. And the thing about it is you have to look at the trade-off because, you're not starting with an investment or debt sometimes. So, there are a lot of opportunities here, and Isaac does a great job with, giving real statistics locally and also nationally of what you can be a part of. Isothermal is a pillar in this community, and I'm just so happy that they're collaborating not only with our Central High School, workforce development, but a lot of other stakeholders to bring forth this job fair.
That's incredible. And so Reaching Roco is also do you have any printed copies yet?
So I do want to, I'm going to be very transparent. Okay. So like with everything, supply chain is going crazy right now. Paper is going crazy. However, we have printed QR codes on a beautiful postcard that pretty much elaborately tells you what's in the issue. And so we're going to be giving those out at the graduation. So if you're going to be at the graduations today or this weekend, we'll be giving those out. But if you want to stop by Small Town Coffee Roasters to scan your QR code or even, get an issue, stop on by here. You can stop by Blue Ridge Hope Village and also the Hub. Just come to Rutherford. You'll bump into it, I promise. Come to Rutherford.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And this is a busy weekend. So you've got we got all three high schools have got graduation this weekend. I saw that the Rock had their graduation already. More coffee.
RJ's actually going to run and get a copy of Reaching Roco.
Ooh.
I know. I'm so excited. But okay, so it's not like a normal magazine. I think the layout of it is just so modern and cool and engaging, even if it's just pieces of paper. It literally draws you in.
Yeah, and the flow of it's very easy to kind of follow. And it really does entice you, to continue to go to the next page.
Okay, so these are the
He's
flyers.
back.
Yeah, these are the flyers. These will give you access to the digital print, and it's free.
And the $1,000 giveaway.
Yes. So the $1,000 giveaway will be listed here as well. So here's our mini-me print of what you're going to see on the front page, and I want to give special shout out to Rebecca Blanton. Literally, the epitome of what Reaching Roco is. Young entrepreneur. She's a photographer. She does great, amazing work. She's doing an internship with Strive Marketing with Mia Chapman this summer. We're just really excited for what she's going to do this summer. But this is what you should look for. On the back, there's a QRC code that you can, a QR code. QRC code, what's that? If you scan that, it will take you to not only the issue, but a survey. If you grew up in Rutherford County, Roco, or if you graduated from Rutherford County, that survey is going to allow you to give feedback. If you submit that, you'll automatically be entered into that contest and giveaway. And we're going to run that through the entire month. Again, it's $1,000, so be patient with it. All things good come to those who wait. So look out for these. If you're going to graduation, you'll get a free issue.
So I want to ask RJ. I know we're really pushing people to get involved and to read the magazine and to read the issue, and the issue really is centered around graduation, which is amazing. And want to give a big shout out to all of our graduates in the community for this weekend. I know we've got a lot of special time here the next 3 days as each one of the high schools work through graduation. But what if somebody's hearing the words Reaching Roco for the first time? If they're a youth in the community, if they're somebody that guides youth in the community or a young adult, and maybe they're doing something, they're doing something to try to reach out. Maybe it's a church youth group that's, looking for new members, or it's a nonprofit that's hosting something that's going on for youth that day, or to bring youth in to have a safe place. Mm-hmm. How do they reach out to you to make sure that that's something that can be highlighted in Reaching Roco?
Yes. So we have great team members and contributors that you'll see in the issue, but I can share my email, but they can just go to simply to the website and reach out there. They'll automatically be added to the network and kept in the loop on what's going on. But we have a Facebook page. So if they want to just simply tag our Facebook page or tag our Instagram, which, I'm not a great social media person, but I mean, okay. I'm trying to be modest here. I don't know. There. So on our Instagram, we have anything that you want to tag us in, we will repost, we will share, we will like. I don't know if you know, but our Essential, definitely won the state championship this year, the track team, and that's huge. I mean, that was something that we were able to be a part of. We were able to come and get some content on and film and kind of like share their story a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's all about community. So if you reach out, we can connect and we can get that scheduled. We can get some content and share it with the entire community. That's how we're going to make this place a better one.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I think for those that are just starting off in content sharing and content stuff with social media, tag. If you don't tag, not hashtag, but if you don't do the @ and tag us, tag Reaching Roco, tag My Rutherfordton, it's very difficult now with the new algorithms, especially in Instagram and Facebook, for us to share your content. So definitely be tagging us in your stuff so we can see what's going on. That's the best. That's great advice, RJ. Great advice.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you.
And so people that are wanting just to connect and follow with Reaching Roco, you can do that through their website. You can do it through the Facebook page of Reaching Roco and their Instagram on Reaching Roco. So definitely connect, get plugged in, follow them all the time. Is there something in there?
Listen, let me tell you something. Y'all thought that it got good. It went great to almost amazing. Like, I want to shout out. I mean, there's been so many moving pieces with this and so many great people that I don't want to forget. So I just don't want to start. But Jenna Bailey is our creative art director and our graphic designer. I don't know if you've seen the recent tourism guide, that there's 40,000 copies that were created, and they're sent out to Charlotte, Greenville, and all neighboring cities. And I'm just super excited that Reaching Roco has a little section there. I say little, but it's actually a big section there. And we are literally pushing out of Rutherford County. So if you join our network, we're all about showing what's amazing here in Rutherford County. I mean, it really is a community effort. And we want to show people around our nation and around our state that if you band together and you stay focused, that you can create the culture that you want. Like, the power is literally in manifesting it. I give credit to my creator, but I think that's the model. That is the model: supporting, making sure that we're diverse and inclusive, and every voice is at the table. And so for the supporters that are paid subscribers that get a little special treatment here now, we want to say thank you. We truly cannot do this work without you guys. And this is a testimony of just starting this business a year ago and now actually going outside of Rutherford County. So thank you, Jenna. Thank you for everyone that was a part of that, and that's a part of Reaching Roco. Okay.
You're amazing.
Oh yeah.
All right, so switching gears, let's come back to Reaching Roco. We want to highlight a couple series of events that's going on. I know you guys are over at Small Town Coffee Roasters this morning, and Small Town Coffee Roasters is kind of the hub of our Food, Art, and Brew Fridays, which June the 3rd is today, one of our June Food, Art, and Brew night. But unfortunately, Mother Nature is kind of putting her hand into the party today. So, Magnolia, I think you got a real-time update before we went live this morning about Fab. Can you kind of give us an update what's going on there?
Yeah, so there hasn't been a decision made quite yet, but they're kind of looking at the weather. This happened at the May Fab Fest, where they had to postpone it to May 20th from the May 6th one. So just kind of keep an update or keep a lookout for their social media just to make sure that the festival is still happening or if it's postponed. But I know that they won't cancel it. They just may postpone it a week or two. So follow them on I guess Facebook and Instagram, and I'm sure that we'll repost it too whenever the decision gets made.
Yeah, we'll repost it. I'm sure even Reaching Roko would maybe repost today. So, I mean, that's 3 opportunities to see what's going on right there.
Well, we gotta tag Richie Groko.
Got to tag, not
Gotta
with
tag.
hashtag. Got to tag us.
At symbol.
Yes. The soupy swoop one. The A with the soupy swoop.
But we also have another really cool event happening tomorrow morning because the weather looks a little bit better then. But a woman named Chris Clifton has started doing yoga in Kiwanis Park at 9 a.m. Jill mentioned it last week and on Brewtiful Mornings, and Reagan and I actually went to that, and it was phenomenal. Like, you bring your towel and yoga mat, you dress comfy, and it's literally just a hour-long yoga session in Kiwanis Park, and it's by donation only. So just show up, bring your yoga mat, and it was such a peaceful and serene experience. And I really hope that this grows into like a regular thing, but definitely come out for yoga tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. in Kiwanis Park.
So, while we're on the topic of Kiwanis Park, I want to share something real quick. I want to give those that are watching a sneak peek. So, when the town back in 2019 was kind of laying out Kiwanis Park, we really wanted to make sure that the adventure playground that's there took advantage of natural shade, immersed itself in the natural environment, and kind of, was a part of that there. Unfortunately, over the time of construction and now that it's being used, we've had 3 pretty mature trees die and not come out and bloom this year. And so we were forced into removing those trees from a safety standpoint. Matter of fact, 2 of the poplar trees were dropping branches in and around the play area, and we wanted to make sure that remains safe for our youth and for the young adults and adults that like to play on it too. So those trees have been removed. Right now is not a good time of year to be planting trees, but we have ordered 2 6-inch caliber, 30-foot tall maple trees that will be replacing those this fall. As soon as we can safely transport those here and dig them up and not shock the root system too bad, those trees will be replaced. But y'all, if y'all have not met Paul Rodriguez, Paul is part of a Fab. His business he actually owns the building that Subtle Seed Pharmacy is in. And so right behind Subtle Seed in the back, Paul has his art studio. He does chainsaw art. He does all different types of media. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek of just one of his sketches. So there are 3 sketches, 3 trees that he's going to be chainsaw carving and sealing. I'm not going to show you 2 of them. I'm just going to show you one. It's kind of you know what? I'm going to show you a really cool one. I'm going to show you this one. All right.
What?
So that's one of his sketches that he's going to chainsaw art in the park. There are 2 others they are all animal styles. They're all animal creatures. They're going to be in and around the play area. So over the next few weeks, Paul is going to be working in the mornings when the play area is not very active. And so just be on the lookout for new chainsaw art that's going to be coming there. Again, we do have trees coming that are going to reshade next year. So we're a little bit late with this year's summer schedule and stuff, but we want to bring the shade back to Kiwanis Park in the play area, and we're going to bring some cool chainsaw art there. So be on the lookout for Paul. Tell him thank you and just really appreciate the work that he's doing.
And also, speaking of Kiwanis Park, tomorrow, Mayor Dancy mentioned this earlier, there's going to be a fundraiser for the police department. So it is a Teddy Bears for Children barbecue fundraiser. Rocky Hill Barbecue is going to be there. Serendipity Snowballs is going to be there. And I believe that a portion of the proceeds of Rocky Hill's profits are going to be donated to this fundraiser. So they're
Yes.
wanting to purchase.
Did you say Rocky Hill?
Yes, I did say Rocky Hill. I know. They were at the last Fab, and I got that for dinner, and oh my Lord, it was good.
Best
But
bar.
yeah.
I'm just gonna go out and say best barbecue in the county.
Let us know in the comments.
Maybe
Yeah.
best barbecue in like 2 or 3 county area.
Definitely drop some comments about whether you agree with that.
Rocky Hill.
Listen, we should have a barbecue cook-off. Like, I'm so down for that. Like, bring your barbecue. Doug, let's get down. Let's get the fundraiser on. And let's
Hey, we could do, you know, we got the harvest dinner. I wonder if we could work with God, their name just flew right out of my head. Over in Boston, they raise pigs.
like the flying pig at Flyboy.
Help me out, Magnolia. Over in Boston, there's a farm. They do raise pigs, naturally sourced. They're always at the market with their own pork products. They do pork sausage, pork chops, bacon. God, why am I forgetting their name? Oh my gosh! I wonder if we could. I believe it's in Boston. We could get some butts and do that as a part of the Hope Harvest dinner, like a little barbecue.
So Tryon doesn't
barbecue
have the
competition,
anymore.
Barbecue festival. Let's do it, Christy.
Listen, Kevin, if you want to arm that and do that.
Yeah, looks like we're starting a committee here. Christy Freeman Hauser, Kevin Lane, Lori Mashburn. We've got some committee members for the barbecue competition. Loving it.
All right, I'll start planning that. Let's go. We'll do it. But in the meantime, come get your Rocky Hill barbecue tomorrow in Kiwanis Park. And then, is it Bellflower Farm?
Possibly, Christine. I can't remember. Their stuff's just amazing. I'll tell you what. If somebody is a regular at the Rutherford County Farmers Market, what's got me triggered on this is, and I cannot believe I'm having a mind blank on their name of the farm, but they do a maple infused breakfast sausage.
That's Vandell Farms, and that's in Lake Lore, not Boston.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Yeah.
North of Rutherfordton. I had my east and west confused. Still in Roco.
Yes. And they actually provided, or we bought the ham steaks from
That's
them
right.
for the Roots of Hope harvest dinner last year. Anyway, okay, yes.
Anyway, Boston Butts
is going to be
Boston
drawn
Butts, oh.
tomorrow. As well. They're not sure what time that's going to be, but just come hang out. It's going to be whenever the mayor shows up. So,
and they got one of those boats that doesn't matter if you go forwards or backwards, right?
I guess so. But all of those tickets
Kayak.
are
If you spell it forwards or backwards, it's the same.
Oh, that was good. Wow. Okay, but yeah.
Oh my! It is actually. Wow. Wow. Yes, I had to make sure. I had to double check, Doug.
Fact check.
Over my head. Oh, it is. Gosh, it's one of them funny words,
Hey, and speaking of kayaks and things to do in Rutherford County in summertime, check out Rutherford County Outdoor Coalition, ROC. They have been really working hard to get the blue trails up and going, and the blue trails on their website. Dad joke alert. Yes, Jill. Yes. But ROC, Rutherford Outdoor Coalition, and their blue trails. So we have a phenomenal blue trail on the first Broad and the second Broad River here. And so there's different put-ins along the area, and you can take out. And the county, in partnership with Rutherford County Tourism Development Authority and some grant funding I believe they got through Duke Energy, are going to be installing 2 more blue trail put-ins and takeouts along the Broad River. So there's a lot of opportunity to explore Mother Nature and not have to hike either. So you use a kayak, come out, get the kayak here, and put it to use right here in Rutherford County on our amazing waterways. So check them out for some summertime fun too.
Awesome.
That's so exciting. Now, Doug, did you want to go over any of the council action, the council report? We had a lot to talk about this morning.
We have a lot going on. First of all, the mayor mentioned it in his opening comments. We were in DC last week. What an amazing trip that was. Not just, the business of the town that we did there, but just some of the connections that were made, some of the relationships that were forged. That was a very fruitful trip, and I'm excited to see how those conversations and partnerships pay off for our community in the long run. Before we get to council stuff, kind of the major thing in the room that I think everybody's aware of and seen. Hopefully you've had a chance to read the articles that Magnolia and I put together on the town's website around legal grounds and why, the action of legal grounds is happening. But that building has been demolished and is in the process of being cleaned up. It's an unfortunate state of affairs that led us to this action, but I'm just optimistic of what can happen for the future. Optimistic of what that new space means for the next century of Rutherfordton's history. And I think as that begins to continue to be cleaned up and reimagined and re-envisioned, it's going to be an opportunity for our community to come together and really find a collective space to gather and really just set the tone for the next century. So I'm just excited about it. I want to put the optimism out that while there is, the closing of that chapter, it allows us as a community to write the next chapter of what happens there. But the council action was, Kevin, the building beside it is in good repair. Matter of fact, the town has an allowance in our demolition budget. They've actually started some of the repair work where that building was removed, where legal grounds was removed from the adjacent building. We're doing some repair work on that wall because it was a common wall there. So we are very cautious and mindful about what's going on that adjoining wall. And then just down the block at 195 and 199 North Main Street, those two buildings, the facades are under construction. Those have been the civil drawings, the structural drawings, the architectural drawings have all been approved by the Historic Preservation Commission and been approved by Rutherford County Building Inspections, and they are working on restoring those two buildings adjacent to Main Street Park. So hopefully that construction will wrap up in the next month to month and a half or so. But the council action was big this month too. I mean, we had a lot going on. Like the mayor said, we've got a special call meeting next Wednesday for the budget adoption, but it could also be for FAB approval too for the delay in FAB. So the kind of perfect timing there for FAB night. We had a public hearing on the proposed budget, and the budget is available on our website. If anybody has any questions about the budget, please let us know. Speaking of money, RJ, and youth, the town made a $50,000 donation to the factory program at Kid Census to try and help them get through phase 3, the final phase of construction. And so back in 2015, the town made a $50,000 contribution to formally kick off their capital campaign for the factory. Since that time, they've raised $2.5 million for this project, and now this $50,000 will help kind of seal the deal and make sure that in early 2023 the factory will open and be a new place for the youth of our community to engage. And so we are beyond delighted about that. We want to thank Rutherford County Tourism Development Authority for their support in allowing us to give that gift of $50,000 to the factory. We had an architect come in and do a space needs analysis of our police department and fire department and town hall operations and gave a full report there. I think the only other thing kind of to note is the town also, in partnership with the town of Spindale and Forest City, took on a brunch bill. So Rutherfordton was first because our meetings start at the first of the month. But now in Rutherfordton, starting today, in Rutherfordton, you can buy alcohol at 10 o'clock on Sundays. So it used to be 12. Now it's been pushed back to 10 on Sundays, and that's as early as state law will allow on Sundays. So
Drink responsibly, my friends.
Drink responsibly. Make sure you go to early service, you know.
Sorry.
But yeah, so 10 o'clock on Sundays now. The town of Forest City and the town of Spindale are due to take on and approve the same brunch bill so that it'll be consistent through the 3 towns here in Roco. Other than that, there was some minor budget amendments. We approved a contract for a sewer relocation project as a part of the 221 bypass, and then started an annexation request for, absolutely, Shannon, we do need some local places for Sunday brunch. An annexation for a property up on North Ridgecrest in the New Hope community that is outside the city limits to be brought into the city limits. So honestly, I'm really excited about that opportunity. That's something we've been working on for some time now because of the way that the town limit line runs down North Ridgecrest, and our ability to make some impactful changes there have been limited because of jurisdiction. And so now, as we continue to work with property owners about annexation, we are able to meet their needs, needs of streetlights and sidewalks and trash pickup and enforcement of certain codes that aren't there inside county ordinances. And so anyway, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, and I just want to mention that we're not trying to do this to increase our tax revenue or anything. Literally, the town limit line runs through property. Like, it splits property half and half inside town limits and then out in the county. So we're just trying to kind of let people take, I guess, like, give them the opportunity to get some of our services that the county doesn't necessarily offer.
Yeah, and just from a quick educational sidebar, all of the town's authority to annex property comes from the North Carolina General Statutes, meaning it comes from our representation in Raleigh. In 2012, the General Assembly holistically changed annexation laws, and before 2012, cities could affect their boundaries. So the town could go out and just annex in areas really without the voice of those that they were annexing. In 2012, the General Assembly put a big stop to that, and now annexation is much more difficult. Matter of fact, I don't know of any city-led annexations across the entire state of North Carolina since 2012. They've all been voluntary annexations, meaning that the property owners have to voluntarily come to the city and ask to be annexed. And like Magnolia said, we're responding to a request from these citizens that want a higher level of service and don't really fully understand why they're not inside the city limits and can't access that level of service. And it's simplistic things like high grass complaints, streetlights, sidewalks, very, very simplistic things. But when the property is not inside the city, it makes it very difficult for us to expend city funds for something that's not inside our area. So again, I'm excited about it. Arepas. Where did arepas come into the conversation, RJ? Are they coming? Did I miss that somewhere? Oh no. Oh, a food truck Friday.
Well, listen, Kevin was talking about. I'm gonna put you on blast, Kevin. So you're talking about we need some food trucks. I agree. I'm a man of food. I love it. I grew up cooking it and eating it from the womb.
No way.
Stop. But I mean, food truck Fridays, I think, would be really awesome. Food trucks. I mean, literally, food on wheels. What's better than that? I mean, you can't get any better. Food on wheels. Like, so Kevin, if you want to orchestrate that some way and have people to support you, we have a lot of awesome food trucks that come through Roco. So if we just coordinate for them to show up at one spot on one day in one specific location, when the entire county could just run through them, because I would eat at every single one of them or do my best to. Beside the barbecue thing that we're going to do, hopefully, that will be another good thing. Hashtag Rutherfordton, my Rutherfordton. I mean, Far City's awesome too, but I mean, who's gonna do it?
Speaking, I don't know if we're frozen or not.
All right, so
last time.
Yeah, you guys got a little frozen. So hey, Kevin, tell you something on that Cousin's Maine Lobster. Save your money. They're coming to Rutherfordton. We'll drop the date later on, but they're coming to Rutherfordton this fall. So their schedule is ridiculous to get on, but they are coming to Rutherfordton. So save your money for your lobster rolls. Lobster.
A lot of lobster.
Yeah, you guys are good now. Your connection's back.
Okay, good.
So
Wonderful.
was us.
Yes. This happened the last time that Doug and I were at Small Town Coffee Racers, but it's okay. We're back. So I have to say, on the topic of food trucks and Food Truck Fridays and food in general, the applications for our vendors are live online for our Hilltop Fall Festival. So that will be on October 1st. It will be a wonderful time. If you go to our website and go to, there's like a little tab right on the homepage of our website. If you click it and go over to the special events tab, you can register online to have a booth or to set up your food truck at our Hilltop Fall Festival. So those are going to be open through September 1st. So you have plenty of time to go ahead and register, but definitely the sooner you get it in, the less you have to worry about it, or less chance that you'll have to forget. So we're really excited to have the Hilltop Fall Festival again this year. It's been quite a while since we've had one, but in the spirit of community,
Yes,
it's happening.
Yay!
All right, so if Kevin's got his calendar out and he's already putting down Hilltop Fall Festival Saturday, October 1st, right?
Yes, Saturday, October 1st. And it's 10
all right,
to
so
7.
Kevin and everybody else watching, back your calendar up 1 month into September. Friday, September 9th, which happens to be a movie night, Kiwanis Park. Cousin's Maine Lobster from 5 to 9. Cousin's Maine Lobster will be at Kiwanis Park September the 9th from 5 to 9 this year. Excited to have them back.
So bring your entire savings account because it's going down.
Yeah, you just got a 3-month warning. You just got a 3-month warning to save.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Will there be popcorn for others?
Yes.
Popcorn. Nah, tater tots with lobster on top. All right, y'all. I also want to mention, because I know it was probably difficult for us to throw Tasha's comments up, and we've said this a few times. Tasha, Magnolia and I are going to reach out to you this coming week. We want to get you on one of our upcoming Brewtiful mornings. You've got a lot going on in the community too, and there's a lot of opportunity for youth this summer. So maybe if it works out next week or the week after, let's get you on. And not just youth either. So you got an adult prom coming up, got a lot of sports camps coming up. And so let's get you on and get that highlighted too. So I know there was a big comment on there from Tasha. For those that are following online, just scroll back through the comments. She put a lot of information on there. If we tried to show it, it takes up the whole screen. It takes up the whole screen, everybody. And it doesn't even show the whole thing. It gets cut off on the adult prom stuff. So go back and check out her comment. She's got a lot going on in the community too. I'm sure there's probably some information about her stuff in Reach and Roco.
And Tasha, if you're still watching, will you drop when the cutoff date for the adult prom tickets are or will be?
Let me see.
Because are we going to prom together?
We can go, but we mean us as adults.
It's cheaper it's cheaper to go as a couple. It's $5 cheaper to go as a couple. It's $40 for a single or $75 for a couple. So
let me see if she put that cut off.
I mean, even if it's not official, partnering up with somebody saves you, $250 a piece.
Oh, Doug, it's official. It's official. It's definitely official.
I mean, to tell you something.
Well, I have something to tell you too.
No, what? No, we're live. Sorry.
We're live. Hey, easy, folks. All right. A lot of stuff going on in Roseton. We are excited about what's happening here. Thank you, RJ. And I imagine, you're gonna
hi.
Jackson.
Hi, Jackson. Sorry.
So sidebar, because you guys know that Jackson, kind of runs the show sometimes for us, right? So as a part of this year's budget, our public works department has ordered a new leaf vacuum truck for our leaf vacuum service every fall. And we actually took delivery of that truck yesterday. It's an automated truck. So kind of show you a little bit here. So the driver sits in the cab and can just kind of suck up the leaves right there. So let's see if this will play. There we go. And anyway, our guys at Public Works, they were checking it out and they're getting trained on it today. The manufacturers in town this morning, they're doing some training on it. They all said that Jackson needs to come down and give the Jackson seal of approval. So we're excited about that truck. That's going to really allow us to do a lot more with our staff and do it a lot safer.
That's so exciting.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm trying to look at the prom event.
June 24th.
Is the cutoff?
Yes. June 24th is the last day that you can purchase the tickets at the discounted rate that they are right now. If you do not get them by June 24th, then you might as well go ahead and go get them. Because if you miss out on showing off best dress, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some prizes and stuff for best dress. Because I know that we're going to bring.
So are we supposed to do like promposals still to go to adult prom?
Is that still in? I don't know.
Is that a thing?
Am I that old?
Well, I'm right beside you. I mean, so
Literally.
So yeah, so I'd like to see how many, if we do some promposals, get that going, get that becoming a trend again.
Or you can take a risk and go ahead and buy a couple's ticket and then just hope that they say yes. So
Give them away.
Yeah, you don't have to put the name on there, right? You don't have to put the name on, then white it out. That'd be bad. That'd be bad.
Oh gosh. Plan. Definitely plan.
Yeah, I mean, what if you bought 2 tickets, Magnolia, and put RJ on it, and then he said no? Then you'd have to white it out.
I know.
I'm a guy and the man, so I don't know.
All right, well, don't we have an exit video?
I see where I lie.
Cue the exit.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy
Hey,
Friday.
for those that are still watching, be watching out on our social media at MyRutherford10. Be watching out on Food Art and Brews social media and Reach and Roco social media. A lot of great stuff going on. Unfortunately, Mother Nature might pop her head in tonight and give us some much needed rain showers, but kind of wash out fab for tonight. Like Magnolia said, that decision hasn't been made. Just be watching social media all day or check it regularly, and put us on the like, follow, and subscribe. Get us on all of the updated notifications in your feed. So appreciate everybody.
Happy Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow at Kiwanis Park for yoga and the police fundraiser.
Kayaky.
To the outro.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet.